is it not until like the page is fully developed and then you start providing feedback on the page development and say like, hey, let's change this block, let's change that block? Or do you have sort of checkpoints throughout your markdown files to say like, hey, Cody, like this is what I'm thinking. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's a good question. Every phase I'll get involved.
Okay.
Usually there's like, there's a plan. So usually I'll do a brief first. I'll be like let's say we're trying to come up with a zero test, or I try to build these sections. There's some component of a brief where I'm like, hey, build me an HTML file, like pull in from these sources. And obviously I'll build a skill for building this brief. And part of that, I like to see, because everything has got to be human in the loop. Like you can't just do like AI Slop for it. I like to see the brief, which has the insights, the data, the qual and quant, the test plan. Like I just try to think of it of like, what would a world-class CRO or digital product function be without AI, And like, what would I want? I would want these briefs. I'd want based on this user research, based on this data, based on competitors. Like, so I just have Claude doing that. So I'll review that, give any feedback, give any notes, kick it off. Then we go to the next phase, which is, wireframes, mockups, and it'll do some mockups. I'll give feedback on that. And then once we get those into a good spot, there's probably multiple rounds of visions. We'll then take that into Shopify, have a whole workflow for building out those Shopify pages from Claude. That's where there's a ton of back and forth. There's no like, I want to be super clear. Like this is a really poor use of my time. I do it at night because it's fun. I do it on weekends for fun. Like there's multiple rounds of revisions. This is not like a one shot, It's like I can one shot a page, 80% good. That final 20%, that's taking a long period of time.
Yeah, I certainly hear that. And like sometimes getting even the page into the Shopify page is like, and like ensuring the API is like firing correctly can be such a pain in the ass. The other question I have is, it sounds like you're using like a lot of social listening tools, to help build these pages. And it's almost like a chicken or the egg, situation in the sense that like, are you thinking like, I'm going to build this page first and then I'm going to build ads around it? Or like, I have these ads now that are performing well, so I'm going to build the page for those ads and then subsequently build, additional ads on that sort of angle or persona?
That's a good question. Almost like thinking of them together. So some of them are, for these pages is, so what I have for the landing pages, I have probably 5 or 6 templates. So those are like different pages. And then like in Shopify, they're templates. So call it a listicle. We call it a performance LP, but it's more just like, your standard LP with a buy box. We have like an enhanced PDP that's like, looks like a PDP, but conversion optimized. We have like a 10 reasons why advertorial that I ripped from Zach Stuck. We have, so there's like 4 or 5 of those. Nice. And then those are templates. Shopify can duplicate them. You can put copy of them. So those are just like the building blocks. And then like my goal, and want to chat with you about this because like I'm not there on the ad side yet. Like I want to just like, boom, have an idea and be able to build a funnel. And to me, a funnel is like a toolkit of ads, call it like 12 plus ads, diversified creative, statics, like do like a minimum viable test and have that go to like an adjacent landing page. That makes sense.
Cool. No, I like that a lot. Honestly, like using social listening insights to do CRO to then do ads, because I've been doing the opposite and just like using insights from ads to generate the landing pages. But then at that point, that angle may have fatigued out. So like, I feel like for even discovering net new angles, like that approach makes a ton of sense. The other question I have is, and then we can, I'm sorry, move on, Andrew.
This is good shit. This is the real shit right here. We're good.
People love sharing like, CRO agents and shit. And like, I have a CRO agent that's like, CRO QC agent. And like, I think it's pretty good. And folks ask me all the time, like, can I just like have a bunch of QC agents to go through this? Like, why do I have to be involved at all? And maybe you can sort of like talk to that and like how just like having QC agents isn't going to solve your problem, and like why having human in the loops and ultimately like having taste matters here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know. Like, so how are people using QC agents? Like, what components of it?
Yeah, so for example, like your page should have like social proof and a block that has all of the press articles that mentioned you. Like, and if you don't have these like 20 things, like your page won't perform or whatever it is, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I think everything is the way I think about it. Like, it's the same way that you would manage people. Like I was actually doing a unrelated thing earlier, and I was like whisper flowing and giving feedback. And like, if somebody walked into the room I was in, like they would think I was like on a call with a person. Like I was very much just like talking and be like, no, this is like the framework we need for this, was like redoing our KPIs. And like, I just think about it as managing people. And it's the same way, like you can also choose to take junior mid-level employees and not give them a lot of clarity and direction and not be in the workflow, and see what you get. Or you can do a good job of giving them clear direction up front, giving them proper context, and helping them tweak along the way. And so I just think it's the same thing where like I'm not trying to completely remove myself. Like that's where you get slop. And at the very least, you have to spend a ton of time. Like I put an ungodly amount of time into building our design system, like a painstakingly amount of time. And now I have this giant, GitHub markdown file of our design system, but just took so long. And so now I can one shot a page, have it be 80% there, but it's not perfect. AI is deterministic and it still messes up some stuff. So yeah, you have to be in the loop. I think building skills and context layers are the highest leverage things that you can do to allow you to be more hands off later. But it's not just like let me set up this thing. I just think that's just all that like AI engagement bait on Twitter.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I built this thing that's launching 1,000 ads. And that's where I've made the mistake on CRO stuff, landing page stuff. I've been much more detailed. When I've tried to do ads, I'm like, oh man, I'd love to launch 1,000 ads. And so like, I'll get like a good reference. I'll get like a few ads and then I'll try to like scale it. And it's just like, it's just too much and it like becomes slop, I feel like.
Yeah. I mean, I completely agree. Like similar to you, I like just hired someone to sit in Claude code and generate ads. Like, cause I tried to do it initially, like just generate me 100 ads. Like here it's social listening, here's ad performance and like, it's shit, like that, the outputs. But anyway, sorry, Andrew, take it on.
So first of all, well, again, you don't have to ever apologize to me.